It's the Eagle Community Television Forum with your host, Gary Shorman.
Hi everyone, I'm Gary Shorman, and this is a forum on Eagle Community Television. The forum is brought to you by Hayes Med. We record the forum every Monday afternoon out at our Dillon's location on Vine Street. Hope you stop by and not only say hi to our group out here on Vine Street, but if you're here on Monday afternoons, be sure and stop by and catch a glimpse and watch our program. Our guest today is Beth Pfeifer, and Beth is a director of ARC of the Central Plains. Good to have you on our program.
It's nice to be here today.
You know what, one of the things that when you and I were sitting down talking earlier about what is ARC? People talk about ARC of the Central Plains, but what is that?
The ARC was originally founded in 1967 to help those that were intellectually and developmentally disabled here in Ellis County. And since we have grown to be the local chapter for the Special Olympics, and we also run the thrift shop just across from Gallows.
When you talk about the thrift shop, I know people will drive by and they see that, or they're in Gallows or looking across. What all is in the thrift shop? What's that about?
We have a little bit of everything, from clothing to kitchen appliances, small appliances, to books. Pretty much anything you can imagine will come through our back doors there.
And people, if they have something to donate, can donate it?
Yep, they can just come down the alley and drop it off at the back door. We always have people in the back to take your donations.
Now, are there any rules on that, or can you just bring anything? Like if you have a shopping cart from here at Dillon's, can you bring it by, or do you catch on to that stuff?
Well, we would like a shopping cart. That would be awesome, but we kind of like things legally.
Yeah, so what could you get?
We don't accept large furniture just because of the size of it, but we also don't accept the old console TVs just because of their size, and we have such a small store. But other than that, we pretty much accept everything.
Well, I know one of the reasons when you talk about finding ways to support the community is the Special Olympics, and you brought that up because that's become sort of a big part of what you're doing.
Yes, it is. It is pretty much our major project that we're working on right now. We want to expand the programs that we're offering, but currently we're just trying to focus on that and adding the small things along the way.
Special Olympics, yeah, it's underway, and it's one of those programs you go out and watch the Special Olympics. It's just amazing to watch those kids compete.
It is. They want to belong so bad, and that gives them the opportunity to be out there and be involved with others.
Now, when they do that and compete, there's obviously awards and things like that are fun for the kids, but it also takes a lot of volunteers. How do you find people to do that?
Fortunately, we have had a large volunteer base around here, but we're always looking for more volunteers if anyone is interested, in even just a few hours.
Now, what would a volunteer do, though?
Oh, you can do anything from helping to coach someone to helping in a concession stand. We are doing hospitality rooms for the State Special Olympics that we're looking for volunteers for right now. We also are always looking for volunteers in our thrift shop, because our thrift shop is run completely by volunteers, which is pretty amazing.
You mentioned volunteer because you went to school for something other than running a community-based program
yes,
like this. And you're going to tell everybody what you went to school in? Majored in?
I have my BFA in interior design, so it's definitely not something that I ever thought I would be doing now.
I thought that was an interesting story too, because you go from interior design to being a director of ARC of the Central Plains, which is such a neat program in our community. How did you find that job, or did they find you?
I actually had heard about, they were looking for someone to do community outreach, and I had heard about that when I was doing my internship at Ellis County Historical Society. The board president for the ARC is Jim Hindergaard, and he was also on the board at the Historical Society, and he invited me to apply, and I'm like, that sounds interesting.
He said, hey Beth, I have an opportunity for you. Has it been what you expected?
When I first got in, I don't think I really knew what I was expecting out of it, but it has just become amazing. It's more than I could have ever imagined.
Now, people that are part of ARC, how do you relate to them? Because you really haven't had education in that end of things.
The biggest thing is I talk to them, and I don't talk down to them, because they're just the same as me. And if you start talking down to them, then you lose any kind of connection that you can have with them. But just talking straight to them, They want to be accepted. They want to be your friend. And you just have to show that you want to be their friend also.
Well, I think it's been amazing that, all of us that are participating in the community life and part of our community like to donate their time. You've actually switched careers to make that part of something that you do every day. Has it been rewarding?
It has. It's an awesome feeling every day when I go home. There's a lot of stress in it, but when you go home and you think about all the lives that you've touched that day, it's just a great feeling.
Well, we're going to take a break with that and come back and talk about how you can be involved if you want to be a volunteer, where you would go to sign up for doing that. If you want to help at the center, which is downtown, you could do that as well. We'll find out more. Stay with us. You're on the Forum program here on Eagle Community Television.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, and tons of high-definition TV channels, all with a level of customer service and value you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Welcome back to the second half of our Forum program here on Eagle Community Television. If you'd like to touch base with me, you can do it. My Facebook page is ECTV Forum. You can check us out there. Look in the search line, type in ECTV Forum. You'll find us there. Or you can send me an email, gary.shorman@eaglecom.net. Our program is brought to you by Hayes Med, and our guest today is Beth Pfeifer. And Beth, you were talking about, as we went into the break, talking about what a rewarding experience it was to be involved with ARC of the Central Plains. If somebody out there is watching along and they want to participate or find out more, how do they do that?
You can stop by the thrift shop and speak to me, or you can give us a phone call at 628-6512, or you can even message us on Facebook. We do have a Facebook page. It is the ARC Thrift Shop. You can also check out our ARC of Central Plains Special Olympics page there also.
And what would you see if you go to those two pages on Facebook? What would you see there?
You'll be able to catch our newest sales and see some of the pictures of our athletes at the different competitions.
Well, it's fun to be able to go and take a look at really the success that you've had. You've been on the job since, I think, July of last year.
That's correct.
And one of the things I know that's important is the ability to fund the projects you have. Now, you do that through the thrift shop, but people can also make a pledge or a donation, correct?
That is correct. We gladly accept any kind of donations that you're willing to make, whether it be $20 or anything more than that. We'll gladly accept it. If there is something that you want it to specifically go towards, we can also earmark the money for that also.
Now, if you like Tootsie Rolls, that's another way to help. How does that work?
Most definitely. The Knights of Columbus, part of the funds that they get from their Tootsie Roll sales goes to the developmentally disabled programs here in Ellis County, and one of those programs is the ARC.
Well, it's good to have you on the program, Beth.
Thank you very much for having
And
me.
I hope you go online, because there's so many great things you can do in our community, but this is one of those that has really made a difference, whether it be with the Special Olympics or the thrift shop downtown. Stop by, send a note, check out on Facebook, become a friend there, and it'll do great things for our community. Beth Pfeifer has been our guest here on the ECTV Forum program. She's director of the ARC of the Central Plains. Our program is brought to you by Hayes Med and by Eagle Communications, our community connecting.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.